Day for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. Quick shout out. Today wasn't supposed to actually have a show, and we're having a show because one of our cars is now dead and we only have one car, and I don't want to go out to the lake and be messing around the woods when we only have one car. It just doesn't feel like a good idea. So I'm here. Let's go. Trickerion 10-year Anniversary Edition. Coming to this with a little bit of bias. I really want to like Trickerion. I believe I played it 3 or 4 times, and my biggest issue each time was the downtime in between turns. But I don't put that on the game. I put that on the fact that the people I was playing with, a lot of them were newer to the game every time I played, or just sometimes they have a little bit more analysis paralysis than me, and it just lended itself to not having an enjoyable experience. But that being said, I'm a big fan of the core mechanisms in the game. Looking at the main image, hey, there's a guy. Don't care. There's 1, 2, 3 boxes. There's some components. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like there's definitely, it could be better. I don't know what's going to make it better. I'm sure by the end of this campaign page, I'll be like, oh, I feel like that would have been a way better thing to spotlight, but whatever. Celebrating 10 years of Magic with a brand new expansion and a stunning addition of all Trickerion-related content. So, brand new expansion, get the new edition, fantastic components. They look nice there. Cool. I still have to know the player length, time count, age. That'd be nice, especially with how long this game is. You know, I think it's a 2-hour game, if I recall correctly. So spotlighting that on the front will immediately draw people who might not have heard of Trickerion. And they're like, oh, what? I've not heard of Trickerion. Well, if you just got in the hobby 3 years ago, have you heard of this 7-year-old, really complex, Euro game? There's a lot of those, right? Either way, $319,000. It is funded. I'm excited. Let's go. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's what you need to convince Kickstarter backers to get their money. 149, we got 109 seconds. Okay.
Hi, I'm Victor from Mindclash Games, and this year marks a big milestone for us.
Touch.
This year we are celebrating.
Like it. I understand what he's saying clearly. Subtitles still would be nice just because, if English isn't your first language, I can see it, maybe. I don't know. It's just, I always feel like it's a nice thing.
The 10th anniversary of our company, and with it, the game that started it all, Trickerion, Legends of Illusion. Over the past decade, Trickerion has grown into a beloved favorite among heavy Euro fans. It's been published in 6 languages and climbed all the way into the BGG Top 150 with an
See, that's how you do it. There you go. Oh, you want to know a little bit about our game? It's gorgeous. It keeps growing. It's spectacular. People love it. You're looking at it now and you're ogling it and you want it. And let me drop on you how cool the theme is and how well the theme intertwines with the mechanisms, because I do think that game does it very, very well.
And all the way into the BGG Top 150 with an outstanding 8.0 rating. To celebrate its 10th birthday, we are bringing Trickerion back to Kickstarter, where it all began, with a brand new expansion.
And I bet I'm going to be able to buy that poster right there as well. It's a very nice poster, very eye drawing. Great personal touch. Agreed. Agreed 100%.
The Arcane Arts.
The Arcane Arts expansion introduces a new mysterious character, the Arcanist. The Arcanist travels from one location to another, adding a new set of actions to them every turn, and offers new companions to recruit. The Lumbering Golem, the Ethereal Spectre,
I want to give them a huge shout out right now because we covered another game yesterday that was a pretty much essentially saying, hey, buy the expansion plus buy the base game. It was War of Whispers, and I felt like they did an atrocious job trying to sell the actual base game. What brought them to the show. This one, I feel like, did not. The first 30 to 40 seconds were specifically, hey, we've been in the business for 10 years. Here's our game. It's highly rated. It looks gorgeous. And now we're introducing this additional expansion. I love how they're doing this.
Cunning Shapeshifter and the Sneaky Trickster. Augment your tricks with enchantments, each substituting components for more freedom in trick choices, and granting you various bonuses when you perform the trick.
Nice looking dice.
Charge your Trickerion shards with arcane energies to boost your actions.
I'm not even listening, honestly. I'm just looking at your deluxified components, which, hey, if I don't want to go that deep in the weeds with your new expansion, I like you're still keeping me entertained with your gorgeous looking components.
Even in the theater. In addition to the new expansion, the campaign offers the ultimate Anniversary Edition, including everything ever released for Trickerion, and the Anniversary Upgrade Pack for those who already own Trickerion.
As a founder of Mindclash Games.
That's great. So I know what all three of these boxes are. It's very clean and clear. You just want the new expansion. You love Trickerion. Boom. Here you go. You want to get in. You want to get everything. You want to get it looking good. Boom. Here you go. You already got Trickerion, but you want it looking real nice and fancy. Boom. There you go. This is great. Very clearly defined boxes. We don't often see those on Kickstarter and GameFound. I love that. Taco says, ooh, I don't need to be tempted by this because of the tariff situation, but I am. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a couple of minutes because this being at $320,000, like I was going to say, I wonder if I should start grading things on a curve now with the tariffs. A lot of people, a lot more scared to spend money, which makes sense, my family included. But $300,000 for a really heavy euro says otherwise to me, right? It's a lot of money.
Games.
I know it's not millions, but once again, this is a super heavy euro.
And the designer of Trickerion, I cannot thank you enough for all the love and support we've received from you over the past 10 years. Trickerion wouldn't be what it is today without this incredible community. So come join the campaign with us and let's celebrate together.
Join the birthday party. Back now.
It's the birthday party. Great video. Very well done. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I already know I like Trickerion. It's one of those games that I want to own even if I know I'm not going to play it. I just like know when I have the option to play it because it is a really great Euro game. You spotlight that. Do I want it? Yes. Both as someone who's owns Trickerion and as someone who doesn't own Trickerion, I'm tempted, right? So great job so far. Can you do it? Yes. You spotlighted that. This is our 10-year anniversary. This is what brought us here. This is our baby. How much is it? Don't know, but I do know the pledges. Off to a fantastic start. Mindclash Games, 10 created, 96 backed. Founded in 2013. We've done Trickerion, Anniversary, Serbia to stuff the things. Looks good. 4 people as collaborators. So we should have good customer service. Pretty sure Septima is out. Void Falls. Yeah, man, they make some really popular games. Revenant, I don't think is quite out yet. That one was from late last year. Big box, it looks like. At least big Euro box. Can somebody at Mindclash please finish my email so I can finish my pledge? Pledge manager is not functioning correctly, so I can't finish my pledge. Still nothing. Bonjour. So yeah, it looks like you need to pop in here. But other than that, looks like they're doing good customer service. I imagine they're just really busy with this one, but still, you got to check out on that one, especially if it hasn't shipped out yet, which it has not. Septima, let's make sure they got their stuff. I still have not received my copy of Septima. I sent a private message 7 months. I haven't seen mine in 8 months. Can someone tell me if shape-shifting gnomons come inside the box or even have a box? When's the last time you came in here? Been a while, huh? Year ago? Hello, not sure if the comments are following any anymore, but I seem to be missing some pieces to my game. I tried contacting through mail. 2 plays in and we donated this game. First MCG title that was an utter and complete disappointment. That's more about their thoughts on the game. Man, they really just, they just get the heck out of there. All right. But they did ship it out. People have got their stuff. Couple issues here and there with like shipping wise. But once again, you have to look at the overall number and say that's 12,959 backers. You got like 3-4 people complaining about not getting their stuff. I'd still say it's a pretty dang good number. So I'm not digging that. 1.4 million bucks Voidfall. This one out. I think it is. I think I saw pictures on Facebook maybe. Never received my pledge either. Me too, never received the game. We are excited to announce Revenant, a standalone competitive Eurogame set the Voidfall design. So that's weird. For us, waiting on the Anachrony big box, got notices mine is set to deliver tomorrow. Man, they really just do not give a crap about their comment section once they're done. Like they're like, all right, we're out of here forever. Ironwood pre-order live on GameFound. This is from November 2024. Not a flaming dumpster fire. Yeah, looks fine. Last one I'm checking, but yeah, kind of you do it. I feel comfortable, and hopefully they'll do a good job of spotlighting their track record with their games, specifically how highly rated they are in that page. I didn't receive it because I couldn't pay for the delivery. That was a year ago. We're done. We're good. Can you do it? Yes. I'm not worried about it. Which means, yeah, we've answered all 3 questions. Hit me with the price. Look at that. 1 to 4 players, 12 plus, 30 minutes per player. Really? I just felt like it was longer. Maybe it was with the people I was playing with. I would have to rate Trickerion as one of the most important and influential games of the last decade from Richard Ham, Rondo, Fame. Very nice guy. Ooh, top 120. Nice. Trickerion holds up and continues to justify its place in the hearts of heavy strategy gamers. So these are pretty general quotes, but they're like spotlighting just, it's still stands up, and it was incredibly influential. So, you know, they're essentially spotlighting how you have to have this game a little bit. I'd love a little bit more in the weeds, but I don't think those are bad quotes. Players become rivals, because I feel like that's the one thing that we haven't really done yet, is really spotlighted how cool of a theme it is. Players become rival illusionists, assembling and performing grand tricks, managing their crews, and outmaneuvering opponents to become Majoria's most legendary magician. Because I do think the theme is very it draws you in. Now we celebrate this game's legacy with a special Anniversary Edition. How to play, cool. Love leading with that. That makes you feel way more comfortable. The expansion, neat. Is really impressive. It's not adding too much, but it really enhances the game by speeding up your engine so you can get to the good stuff fast. I think this is a must-have for Trickerion fans. Great quote. Must-have for Trickerion fans. It speeds up the game, quickens up your engine. That's awesome. Like, yeah. What am I looking for here? We're talking about the components. Wow, how it's stored in there. Golly, so much. That's a nice shot. That is a really nice shot. That makes me feel like you put a lot of forward planning into this, which is what I want to see when I plunk you this $175. That's my guess. Happy Anniversary to Trickerion, which holds up magically after 10 years. Anniversary Edition. The Anniversary Edition offers the full Trickerion experience in a new, unique format. The original content and the new content. Anniversary Edition Gallery. Click here. Okay, I don't need to see it. Photo shoot, don't care. I just want the price. Once in a lifetime edition. A 10th birthday only occurs once, so the Anniversary Edition of the upgrade pack will only be printed this one time. If you ever wanted to own the definitive edition of Trickerion, this is a great chance. Now, I feel like this should have actually been mentioned in the video. This is something that has gotten other companies in trouble in the past, and they've had to go back to their backers and be like, hey, we kind of really want to reprint this because we can make a lot of money. But if you're going to do this and say, hey, this is only going to be here once, ever, I would not mention it here. I'd mention that in the video. I'd mention it way earlier. You got to create that fear of missing out. We all hate it, but it works. Quick delivery, minimal risk. When you see is nearly final gameplay and designs are locked in the Anniversary Edition's complete package with no room for stretch goals. Yeah, supporting independent publisher matters. Pledge levels. $1.50. How good am I at this? 25. So, but it is euros. Did you convert the currencies? Come on. The majority of people here are going to be from the United States of America. You know that, Mindclash. Stop being lazy, people. France doing it big, though. 332. Yeah, 1354. Come on. Convert the damn currencies. It's just simply inexcusable. It's just... You know where... So it's 170. Still, not bad. I'm in. We need to get the shipping, but I'm getting a couple expansions, one of the most beloved games of all time, a super fancy, nice-looking edition from a company that has a rock-solid track record, even though you haven't really spotlighted it as well as I think they should have. I get to this a little bit earlier, honestly. And then the Anniversary Upgrade Pack, only $35. That is very reasonable. So if you want to deluxify everything and get the new expansion, you're in and out at 60 euros. And if you want to get everything, the whole shebang, 150. Not bad at all. I'm in. Very reasonable price. I put that earlier. If you don't know Trickerion, get this. This is so good. Like, that is so good. I would put that above, but whatever. Or combine it with. Either way, that's great. Consider adding the Trickerion Anniversary Big Box add-on to your pledge. Like it. Yeah, why not recommend it to me? It's only $45. Metal coin set, wooden trick marker set, playmat. And now this is also nice as well. I love this add-on section and where it is specifically because it's also kind of telling me exactly why I should spend the $150 and get the deluxified blah, blah, blah. Because it's like, oh, that double-sided playmat looks really nice. And, oh, wooden trick tokens, whatever, but those coins, they look gorgeous. Pledge Manager products. All our retail products and game accessories will be available in the Pledge Manager. Oh, that's awesome. I would showcase a little bit more. I would tease a little bit more. I think this would honestly be a great opportunity to spotlight your track record of, I think, excellence, right? If they're not going to do it, I'll put some damn respect on the name. 55, 115, 116, 913, 1201, 1435. 6 games in the top 1,500 games ever released all time. That's insanely good. And then, yeah, 3622, 2143. Game publishers would be thrilled to have a game chart that high. Yeah, I think they should spotlight that more. As longtime lovers of Magic as an art form, it's fun to now have the game dip into the true fantastical with the Arcane Arts expansion. It makes the world of Magoria all that much more colorful and fun. Whatever. I think they're saying enhances the theme. I don't know. Anniversary, like I would expect that to happen with an expansion. Anniversary Edition, everything above. So now you're going into the component list. Big, long, sexy scrolling shot. $150 though. It's not hard to get there. Oh, plus the additional components. Oh, so that is additional. Oh well, or is it? No, I think with the 151 you get everything, right? Metal coins, yeah, because it's not an add-on. Okay. We got a run-through and review, full playthrough, in focus, playthrough. You got everything you want here. Tabletop Simulator. Download the rule booklets. Fantastic. And the rule booklet should be excellent because they're just taking a 10-year-old game. And, I mean, maybe they did some fine-tuning here and there, but I can't imagine it'd be worse. Shipping and tariffs. The giant elephant in every Kickstarter's room. At the time of the campaign launch, the current U.S. import is 145%, which greatly increased our cost to fulfill to backers in that region compared to what we were expecting when we planned this campaign. To ensure that we can reliably fulfill this project, we may have to add a tariff surcharge to pledges in the United States, which is based on the price of the pledge level. This, in addition to the shipping costs, and will be charged separately in the pledge manager. This is in addition to the shipping costs. The tariff situation is changing rapidly. Get it. But I feel like that's how you handle it. Like, hey, you're in the U.S., you might have to pay more in the back end. Because, you know, there's what's that John Mulvaney skit? It's like, oh, there's a moose in the hospital or whatever. It's like, oh, because there's a moose in the hospital. That's why. Because, you know, we have a president who decided that tariffs were the way to go. And so you have to be like, yeah, you guys, you're going to have to eat some pot. You're going to have to pay extra pretty much in the back end, potentially. I love how they handled that. I really think other companies should just take note, copy, paste that. Like, hey, this is what it is. We hope we don't have to, but if we do, there you go. Plus the tariff surcharge, which they're saying is 25, 25, 29. I really like how they handled this. I think this is a third of a point grade bump up. It's a bad situation. I feel like they handled it a really good way. So now my cost, once again, I like how this is the one place you converted the currency, by the way, in the shipping. You couldn't have done it up there when I was actually looking at the price. So it's essentially going to be $220 now, which sucks. But before, it was already $190. You know, the bottom line is this is a once ever print run. You got to get it now. I feel like it's still in the Kickstarter reasonable range, and I'm not going to dig it for the tariff because, you know, it is. What am I expecting them to eat that $29 for every single United States game, which once again is going to be the majority of the people here? Nah. Taxes, stuff, follow us, the team. That's a big team. Special thanks to Hexy. Good stuff. A lot of people. Okay. Let's check out these pledge levels. So the featured 850. So nearly 1,000 print run of the once in a generation, once 10-year thing. 259 pledge manager access. 153 arcade arts expansion. Not a high number because most people, yeah, going for the anniversary upgrade pack. 2535. Very nice. So that's 26. So it's like, so you're probably looking at about 3,000 people right there. 3,000 returners. And then 850 new people. That's very nice. Very nice. It's almost 1/3. Not close. More like, I don't know, 28%. But still, very nice. And it shows. I feel like they sold to everyone there. I feel like they could have focused on the theme a little bit more, but it might have been in the stuff that I was skipping past. I think the video would have been a good place to do that. But they wanted to just reassure you that they could do it. And they did. FAQ 27. Thank goodness they organized this. Like Reload from Colossal Games, the shipping's here, the tax, the tariffs, a lot of tariffs questions, very nice. I put this in alphabetical order, but nitpick. 10 years of Trickerion, a magical start, 14 comments. We honestly didn't expect this kind of support so early, and we're feeling incredibly grateful. This isn't just a campaign, it's a celebration of everything Trickerion has become. I imagine that's the truth, too. I imagine they thought that $29 tariff back-end thing was going to be a big punch in the gut because that's 20% of their game. You put that with the shipping, and now we're looking at 1/3 of the game's cost. And America's like, no, we want our heavy euros, you know. And here's how I look at this. When I think about this game, I think about the people who most likely are going to splurge for this deluxeified game. I don't feel like their level of disposable income is going to be as concerned with the tariffs as, say, people buying other products, right? Like, if you're spending $200 on one board game, I don't think the tariffs are probably at the top of your mind, at least at a personal level, right? Maybe in business, completely different. But, you know, if you're just splunking down on games, or maybe it's just people love Trickerion, maybe it's a video. Either way, I feel like they crushed this. Let's check out the comments, give this one a grade. What about some design diaries on Trickerion to drive engagement as Kickstarter updates? There are plenty of new players who would love the background and exposure. Yes, that's what I was saying. I don't feel like they spotlighted as well as they should have just how cool this game is. I feel like some quotes could have done that. Some better quotes, too. Maybe just focusing more on the theme and less on how historic it is or combining. You know, because there's a boatload of reviews for this on Board Game Geek. This thing has, well, they did do a great job at the beginning spotlighting. Yeah, overall, like everything I'm saying, I think is a nitpick. I think they did a really good job. I don't know if this was asked already, but I purchased the Trickerion Big Box and metal coins. Currently, I can only pledge for one copy of a single reward. I don't have any Trickerion content, so interested in backing the Anniversary Edition level. I'm checking the content list, and I see the insert, but not the big box itself, which I can see in the add-ons list. I also see the coins. Hi, the Anniversary Edition box itself is included in the Anniversary Edition Pledge Manager. It also comes with one set of metal coins, but you can add more sets on as add-ons. Cool. Cool. Looks good. Final grade. Rock solid. I want to go back to that main image. I get why you have this here, because that's like the star of this, but I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like this could have been a lot of wasted space to do something else with. Some awards, I think, potentially would have been great here. You got like a whole litany of awards down here, like some of this, pop up and some of that. But at the end of the day, do I want it? Yes, I do. I feel like the video did a good job showcasing why I want it, both as a returning fan and as someone who's new. They could have done better for the new, but I'm not going to ding them too hard on that because they want to get all those juicy 3,000 people who are coming back. And they did that very well with their pledge levels. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Not worried about it. 10-year anniversary edition. You have a litany of other very highly rated games that I really think you could have spotlighted way better. I think that was pretty poor. I think that was a poor choice. But can you do it? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. And you did what you did show me looked good still. Like right from the beginning of the video, that wasn't a concern. I just think it could have been done better by spotlighting all your other spectacular games, especially in that add-on section. And then how much is it? It feels Kickstarter reasonable, and I feel the way they handled the tariff situation was spectacular. Like, I feel like that should be the norm. It's like, hey, we know it sucks. There's an extra charge. Things might fluctuate. Things might change. It is what it is. And I think the $320,000 shows you that other people are agreeing with that. So, end of the day, Trickerion 10-year anniversary edition. Rock solid grade. I think an A-. Yeah. Great. I think they could have spotlighted themselves a smidge bit better. I think they could have spotlighted how cool and unique the theme of their game is and how it comes across. I think the quotes could have been doing a little bit more heavy lifting. But at the end of the day, I think an A- is fair for Trickerion 10-year anniversary edition. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Also, fingers crossed that I'm going to get myself a copy of Trickerion in this new Origins 2025 no-ship math trade, which I'm going to give a shout out. If you're going to Origins, do a math trade. It's a lot of fun. I cannot recommend it enough. What do you think of the tariff affecting the board game industry? Possibly. Well, I have a much different perspective on it because I'm on Facebook with a lot of people from the industry. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, I have like thousands and thousands of friends. But most of those are just like acquaintances who are in the industry, right? So, and I add them. It'll be like, oh, I have 36 mutual friends. I don't know who this person is, but I'm immediately added them because I know that they know me through this, that, the other thing. And the overwhelming recurring theme I see from everyone on both sides of the aisle is gloom and effing doom. Everything is bad. I just saw somebody else who I'm a friend with today, Ryan, get let go from Japan-Anime Games for the time being. He was doing a great job crushing it on there. And it was just like, I've seen quite a few other people who are on my friends list being let go of their hobby. I've seen long posts about how people are having to essentially stop their companies. Like, yeah, like my dream of launching this Kickstarter is now completely dead. I've been working on this for 8 years. You know, thank you. Like, that's, and it's from both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats, which scares me more than anything. That being said, what I always try and tell myself is, I think we'll get used to the new normal pretty quickly. And I think we will go back to what it was like when I was in the hobby when I first got into it. Not completely back to what it was, but back to where we don't need deluxified components. Because the thing is, with more simple components, it becomes much easier to manufacture in the United States of America. As soon as we're just talking about like wooden components or cardboard, it's like, okay, this is something we could potentially do, So I think the biggest thing we're going to see is the quality of the games go down, which I think is good, because it's just stupid how nice things have been getting for games that don't need to be overly deluxified in many instances, especially when they're unproven commodities. And I think the prices are going to go up too. I think you'll see like 70 be the new MSRP. But scary stuff, Captain Gundam. I'm not trying to freak anybody out. I try not to talk about the tariffs too much, just because my degree is in early childhood education, and geopolitical trading is not something is not my strong suit. But I do know from everyone that does work in the industry, pretty much, that I've talked to about it on podcasts and Facebook, it's gloom and doom. So hopefully we can weather the storm. But quick shout out, I do believe there'll be a show every day for the rest of the week, because we're down to one car unless we pick out a car tonight. Have a good one. Bye bye.